Hey Mustang lovers! This morning, the Bureau of Land Management issued a major announcement, the closing of an off-range corral. And the implications of this are significant to the eastern states, but particularly to the Northeast, where I'm from. So I'm crawling out of my 6-month hiatus on YouTube to talk about this. It's actually closely related to a project I've been working on, but let's get into it. So a little background information. The Bureau of Land Management is the primary agency responsible for protecting and managing the wild horse and burro population under the authority of the 1971 Wild Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act. So to manage the wild horse and burro population, every year the Bureau of Land Management removes horses and burros from the range and places them into off-range corrals and pastures. And currently, the population as of July 2025 for the off-range corrals and pastures is 62,000. That's pretty significant compared to the 73,000 on range. Now today, the BLM announced that one of these off-range corrals is closing. The announcement given through email reads, as of September 30th, 2025, the Ewing, Illinois facility will be permanently closed. Any remaining animals at the facility will be placed at Pauls Valley in Oklahoma. That's from the BLM Northeastern State District. The Ewing facility is a 55-acre contracted off-range corral established in 2002 with a maximum capacity of 300 animals. They also host adoption events, one of which is today. Of the approximate 62,000 wild horses and burros in holding, 300 doesn't seem like a whole lot at first glance. Why is the closure of this off-range corral such a big deal? Well, Ewing has played a significant and strategic role in facilitating Mustang adoptions along the East Coast. It's the easternmost off-range corral, by a lot. The Ewing facility supports wild horse and burro management activities related to adoption and sales throughout the Eastern States region. The Eastern State region covers all 31 states east of and bordering the Mississippi River. Ewing serves as a resting point for animals heading to events throughout the region, a location for potential adopters or purchasers to come and select a wild horse and burro to take home, and a pickup location for our partner trainers, as well as a pickup option for animals that were adopted or purchased online. So many of you know that I have filmed at quite a few Mustang adoption events along the East Coast, and these are basically satellite adoption sites and pickup events. So they make adoption of Mustangs and burros a lot easier than going to an off-range corral. So Ewing was the easternmost off-range corral that supported these smaller scheduled satellite adoption events throughout the East Coast. As mentioned on the website, Ewing provided a resting spot for horses heading east, so they would be able to rest at Ewing before going to one of these satellite adoption events. And after the adoption event as well, any unadopted horses and burros would head on back to Ewing. So it played a significant role facilitating these satellite adoption events. And I can only speculate what the ripple effect is going to be. Obviously, don't know the future, so that's something to keep an eye on. And there is a lot of pressure on these wild horses and burros to get adopted. About 65% of the wild horse and burros budget goes for caring for these horses that are in off-range holding compared to other events and activities like the gathers, the adoptions, and monitoring, things like that. And I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, are aware of the budget cuts and the 2026 budget proposal that was released May or June. That had a significant, I believe, a 25% cut to the wild horse and burro program's budget, which again, 65% of that has been going to caring for animals and holding. Right now, there is so much uncertainty and so many questions. And I have to say that I really empathize with the BLM employees, particularly the ones that are providing care for these animals. This is a crazy time, and I feel like they are under a lot of pressure. There's just like a lot to talk about. And earlier I mentioned that this was just closely related to a project I've been working on, which is splitting my channel, creating a channel devoted to Mustangs. It's called Mainly Mustangs. So it's going to be about mainly Mustangs and topics related to them. So it's my plan is to have it be an independent resource for potential adopters, and I'm going to be covering some history and current events. I'm going to be talking about Mustang adoptions, how to adopt, and lastly, I want to be promoting kind and gentling practices. I know I have changed a lot in my journey since getting into Mustangs. Some of you might know that I'm studying equine bodywork and anatomy, but I'm really doing it to empower myself, to empower others, to help them make educated decisions on why or why not certain practices might be a good or bad idea. But the heart of it is Mustangs have been through a lot. They've had their world flipped upside down, and is to just making sure that they are getting into good, educated, supported homes. I feel like I have a really big vision for this, and it's a lot for one person to manage. And it's become clear to me that I really need like community in this area. I need to be collaborating with other professionals. Anyway, if you would like to support me in this endeavor, I will have details on how to do that below. You can start by subscribing to Mainly Mustangs, spelled out as in like Maine, the horse's mane. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Bye.